Hello to all, welcome to the channel. I am Priyanksha and today we will talk about computer forensics. In the last videos, I have described various types of crimes. In this video, we will discuss how to investigate them and what is the forensic approach towards it. So let's start with the introduction of the topic. I hope you have already learned the definition of forensics, which includes four important words, that is recognition, identification, individualization, and analysis or evaluation. Here we can see the basic meaning of the forensic, that is the application of scientific processes to recover evidences related to crime or other legal actions. What about computer forensics? It is a discipline that combines elements of law and computer science to collect and analyze data from computer systems, networks, wireless communications, and storage devices in a way that is admissible as an evidence in the court of law. Simply, the application of scientific process is forensics, and in here we have computer science as the scientific process and we will apply it to recover the evidences. Next, we'll talk about digital forensics. It is the forensic science encompassing the recovery and investigation of material found in the digital devices. Then comes the steps related to the digital forensics. That is identifying the digital evidence, acquire the evidence, authenticate the evidence, preserve the evidence, analyze the evidence, and report the findings. So the first step that we all know is the identification of the evidence, whether a particular thing, it could be an evidence or not, whether it could be admissible to the court or not. So it is the first step, and in digital world we have two types of evidences. First is hardware and then is software, and we have various tools as well to identifying them. So in the next step we have to acquire it. Acquisition of the evidence should be very much clean and careful, because any misconduct can damage the evidence and it could cause the loss of integrity of the evidence, and it might not be admissible in the court afterwards. That's why we use various tools for acquisition, for clean acquisition, and protect the evidences from tampering. Next is authenticate the evidence. We use various techniques to authenticate that, such as applying passwords or hashing. Next is to preserve the evidence. As such, the electronic evidences might be altered or tampered without trace. So once the acquisition and authentication has done, the original evidence should be placed in the secure storage. Then comes analyzing the evidence, that is the searching of relevant information in the digital evidence. Analysis should be in the complete evidence without leaving the single bit of information. One should know what to analyze and how to analyze the evidences, and what they are looking for, and how to extract the details and the data from the evidence. The information that has been gathered should be valid and relevant to the case. Then comes the final step, that is reporting. Report the finding. The report generation is the important and the final stage in this digital forensic. The value of the evidence will ultimately depends on the way it is being present. Technical details of the report should be in the simple and precise way, so that the non-technical person can also understand. Now let us jump to the topic of branch of computer forensics, which is being divided according to the type of evidences we come across in digital world or digital forensics. So let's start with disk forensics. It is the science of extracting forensic information from the digital storage media like hard disk, USB device, firewire device, CDs, DVDs, flash drives, floppy disks, etc. So as we are talking about the digital storage, the evidence would be basically the files that is stored, or the evidence would be in the soft copy. In such cases, to maintain the integrity of the evidences, we use write blockers, while acquisition, and various imaging tools to acquire the data. Next is printer forensics. in which we identify the device or type of device used to print the material in question by analyzing the printed document. By locating the printer, we could easily locate the criminal as well. However, by using the printed documents to reach the printer is a tough job. Then also our investigators use various techniques to investigate and analyze by identifying various individual and class characteristics. As the law of individuality suggests, no two objects can be exactly similar. Then comes network forensics. It is concerned with the monitoring and analysis of computer network traffic, both local and WAN or internet, for the purpose of information gathering, evidence collection, or intrusion detection. Traffic is usually intercepted at the packet level and either stored for later analysis or filtered in real time. It basically refers to the investigation and analysis of all traffic going across a network suspected of use in the cybercrime. It can be used by the law enforcement to track down any cyber attack or criminal activity, and investigators can track communications and establish timelines based on the network events logged by the network control system. Next is mobile device forensics. It is basically the science of recovering digital evidences from a mobile phone. When we talk about mobile forensics, generally we use the term forensically sound, commonly used in the forensic community to define the application of methods and techniques which respect the international guidelines for acquisition and examination of mobile devices. The principle for the correct application of forensically sound techniques assume the primary purpose, which is the preservation and the possibility of non-contamination of the state of things. That would basically ensure the integrity of the evidences. Next is database forensics, which is the branch of digital forensics relating to the forensic study of databases and their metadatas. Investigation use database content, log files, and in-RAM data to build the timeline to recover relevant information. Normal forensic process and investigative techniques are being applied for acquiring data from the database content and their metadatas. Cached information may also exist. Forensic examination of the database may relate to the timestamps that apply to the update time of a row in the relational table that is being inspected and tested for the validity in order to verify the actions of the database user. Next is digital music device forensics. Some of us may find this vague or useless to identify any music device as an evidence, but their large storage capacity and PDA, that is personal digital assistant functionality, allows to store other types of files as well beside music. These are simple, portable, and can be used to transport any type of data without suspicion. Next is scanner forensic, which is somewhat similar to the printer forensics which we have studied earlier. The scanners are being maliciously used by the attacker or the criminal by generation of fallacious document and tampering the existing documents, including the embedding of messages in these documents. For forensic approach, a non-intrusive scanner model identification, which can be further extended to authenticate scanned images, is a necessity. Using only scanned image samples, a robust scanner identifier should determine the brand or model of the scanners used to capture individual scanned images. A proposal for such a scanner identifier is based on the statistical feature of the scanning noise. The scanning noise of the image can be done from multiple perspectives, including image denoising, wavelet analysis, and neighborhood prediction, and obtain statistical feature from each characterization. Next is PDA forensics. In the modern era, personal digital assistants are getting immensely popular. From Fitbit to Alexa, all comes in this category. They are the hybrid devices integrating wireless, Bluetooth, infrared, Wi Fi, mobile phone, camera, global positioning system, that is GPS, basic computing capabilities, internet, etc., in addition to the standard personal information management feature. Without any exception, they are also becoming more and more involved in the electronic crimes, mainly because of their compact size and integrated feature. Along with, they are battery operated and can store data in volatile memory. That's all for now. Thank you for listening. Stay safe, stay updated.